All right, good morning, guys. It is 10:38 a.m. Today is Sunday, March 24th, 2024. I was going to say 2023, but we are definitely in 2024. So bear with me. My mic actually died. It just turns on and then I hear half of what I'm saying. I did a mic check test. So we are definitely going to be using our vocals today. I have a few notes that I do have, and then I have a psalm that I have that was actually open for the past few days, given with what I've been going through. I've been sleeping a lot better and just, cleansing out my energy and my spirit. I was going to say my home, but spirit as well, definitely spirit, because, I got some attachments and some shedding to do. And I'm aware and I'm okay with that. Although it hurts very much so, the show must go on. And I've been hearing that all this morning. The show must continue. The show must go on. And there's more so of that energy. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the first thing that I have. And this was written, I think, some time ago last year. Thursday, March 16th, 2023. And it was like a channel of a radio, an old radio station I wrote this on a napkin. And I did like a quick spread. And I have written down, it says old radio station. So I'm hearing that at 11:28 p.m. and then it says a.m. So a.m. could be of significance. And then we also have Motel 6. So I don't know where that's going with, but I was seeing the logo because I think it's red and yellow, or is it red and white if I'm not mistaken, or is it blue and red? I don't know. I just see the red, like the red number 6, and now I'm seeing the number 666, and it's kind of funny because the past few days also I've been thinking about this spread I did a few days ago. And in the spread, the kind of energy that I was picking up on was like, it wasn't even pulling teeth, but I was getting out info. And it was kind of like, I keep on getting the scene of Cuphead and Mugman. Or is it? Yeah, I think it's Cuphead and Mugman. And I used to watch this show with my brother. I love you, rest in peace. And it's like a scene where I think one of them, either Cuphead or Mugman, is in hell with the devil. And he's like chained up, but he's not really chained up. And he has so much confidence and he knows an assurance that his brother was going to save him. And I think I had a reading about this before. I know I had a reading about this before. But the way that the devil was like, you can't really take him seriously because all his tactics, and I'm hearing energetic levels, are weak, bro. Like, he gives his best shot, but yet it's always overcame. And when I was like getting out the information, right, and like the pools, it was kind of like the energy that it was like, I see like his legs was crossed, and he was like, basically, in order to get the questions answered, you have to ask in a certain way where it's directed towards what you really want. So it's like, I would say one thing directly. I can't remember exactly the questions that I was asking, but the pool, I can't even remember either. That's the crazy part. But I just remember the energy that I was, and I wasn't even afraid. Like, and I would be like, da 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 da, and it was like, okay, fine, since you asked, da 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 da. And what I got from that was like, although they show you blatantly in your face of what is going on and what the agenda is, what you choose to do with that information is again, ultimately up to you. And that's what makes up this society and how we treat these type of topics. Like, they show us this and that in their, let's say, like the VMAs and all of that, the Grammys. They show what they're doing, and we talk about it for a hot second, and then it's back to some other shit. No. What are you going to do with that information? You know? So at this point, it's just like, I don't even want to say conversation, but it was just like, the encounter of the pool was just like, okay, fine. And the legs are just crossed, and he's as calm as ever, but it's like a snark and a sinister to it. But it's kind of, I've been seeing the movie Smile, like the faces like that, and the attitude and the energy is of that too. But mind you, I've never seen the movie, so I can't even tell you like verbatim about that shit or nothing about that shit, to be real. But that's what I'm seeing. Like, I'm seeing this, like the face of like what's on, I think it's on Google, IMDb is what I'm seeing. But it's that 10:44 a.m. and 90s babies, because my mileage is on 95 miles, and I was born in 95, and I was just watching yesterday, actually, Quiet on Set. I have to watch over 3 and 4 because I fell asleep. I was too booted. But yeah, that shit is intense. My goodness, intense. But something about the night, like everything is the year of the 8th. I was gonna say the gates, but the gates, the gates are being opened, and the veil is lifted. Sometimes during the day, you gotta look at the sky, bro. You can see when something is like happening, twitching, altering, shifting, because it's like, it's a different type of pink. And I would say to look between the times 2 and 4 p.m. and then 5 and 7 p.m. like evening time. You can see that shit, especially like if you're driving like on a highway or like, you know, a long road. You really fucking see it, especially after it rains. So right before it rains, there's like, it's all there. You feel me? But we choose to see what we see and believe what we believe and hear what we want to hear and do what we want to do. Free will at its finest. You know? But, and full disclaimer, I am not with that shit at all. So don't sit here and be like, oh, she was talking with the devil, we gotta rebuke her. Right now as we speak, the next thing we're talking about is a verse in the Holy Bible. So don't play with me, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Don't play with me. It's an energy. And again, I would not be doing this if I was not close to the Most High, okay? Like, you know how there's like a direct message and it's like, ba-ding? No, it's like, before it even ba-dings, it's already there. And it's like, that's why I move in such a way, in a manner, despite of like slight humanly ways, but intentional and integral wise, I have to move in a certain way because I know the karma that's behind it, because of the stature that I hold spiritual wise. Laugh if you want to, that's fine. Never cared. Not supposed to. It's not my business. But this shit is real in the field, and I see what I see, and that's just that. This is me just putting you on game in some way, shape, or form. And again, free will. You choose to do what you do with this information. I'm not going to sit here and be like, this is for entertainment purposes. You hear that? I'm not going to sit here and say that, because entertain who? Do I look like E-News, bitch? Like, I'm not with that. This is not a time to play. This is not the time to entertain. We got work to do. You feel me? So that's the energy I'm in. That's the energy I feel, and that's the energy I see. And that was just that other day. And again, I can't even really remember what it was about. Oh, it was about 2 kings, right? There was a king of, I think it was the King of Wands, and then there was the King of Cups. And the King of Wands had the Hierophant right next to him. And both the King of Wands and the Hierophant are looking to the left, I would say. But in the connection is the Queen of Cups in the bottom. And she's connected somehow to, it's a web that I put. it's the Queen of Cups in the middle, and then up top to the left you have the King of Wands and the Hierophant, and to the right you have the King of Cups, and I believe it's the Magician upright, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember if I took a picture of that spread. Hopefully I did. That would be great, but I don't think I did. It was more so of a personal, so maybe this can resonate because I'm actually really remembering this and I thought I forgot it. In the middle we have the Queen of Cups, and then the Queen of Cups on top of it was the Queen of Wands, and then I think to the right of it was the Empress, and then to the bottom, not connecting, but again it's a web, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse, and next to him was the Two of Pentacles, or connecting was the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles was connecting the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Empress, like basically connecting her to him, with the Two of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. Jesus, that was a lot. But it was like, and it was a whole bunch of stuff that was like in that web. And summarizing that, it's the King of Wands and the Hierophant, right? It's like a road that's already was taken, but is able to clear the pathway. And this is not known. And I've been hearing this song lately too, the Cheetah Girls Cinderella song. So it's like, this is all happening, but the Queen of Cups, her energy is her energy. She's focusing it on herself, right? So it's like there's these masculines that are paving the way for her, if I may say, because that's like the best. Yeah, they're paving the way for her while she's getting her own shit done. Little does she know, or like unbeknownst to her, you get me? And these could be higher ups, these can be family, the good family. This could be even, I'm hearing post relatives. What? And I'm hearing potential suitors and then past suitors. So it's like, eyes on the prize, it's you. Divine Feminine, it's you. Right? And in that case, and in that pull, to be real, it was me. Because again, I was really intentionally pulling for me because I wasn't recording. Hence, there will be another video before this one, which there is. I think I have like 4 out now. I should be having 4 out by Wednesday. That's my like cutoff. So it's like a lot of the shit that I'm going through right now, guess where it's going to? Transmuting at its best way. So, back to this, the web, because I gotta finish reading the napkin that I wrote on. How many minutes am I in? 14:44 when I first looked, and I've been seeing the number 44, and I've been back to what I was saying. Little Miss Cinderella, because I'm hearing the Romeo version now. And was Disney and Nickelodeon? Because that was Disney, right? Cheetah Girls, and then the My Cinderella Romeo was in Nickelodeon. So yeah, something about the 90s. 90s, early 2000. And now I'm hearing Sitting Sideways by Paul Wall. I'm tweaking at this point. What was I gonna say? For real though. Yeah, so the King of Wands and the Hierophant, right? I'm not sure what or who the Hierophant is. I think the Hierophant is just a higher level person. I was hearing or like thinking at first that it's somebody's father. Somebody's father holds big weight. Like when I say big weight, I don't know in what term. Okay. But no, like their name rings bells. Because I'm hearing No Bells by Cousin Stiz, and I haven't heard that shit in a minute. but like really they do ring bells for real though. Or like this person just in general just rings bells. So it's like to have that person backing this person who is either pursuing you or sees the vision in you, like the way that pathway was, and like the road that was taken was like they already knew what it was, and they already can see like what's to come ahead, or like how and what needs to be done. So they do it. Like they do it, and it's like in a swift, I won't say that it was easy, because it wasn't easy, but like I'm seeing the words pull some strings, but everything is in a professional, like it's with a good clean heart. You get what I'm saying? Like it was done purely, it was done right, and it's because you deserve it. You get me? And now I'm seeing like somebody in the office, and there's like a big window, right? And I'm hearing New York, Manhattan to be exact, and then I'm seeing Los Angeles, and then Oakland. A lot of things are in Oakland though. Like if you look at like some of like the emails from like where a lot of the big companies they're from like like some of the headquarters are in Oakland. But and I was just okay, so something about headquarters too. The headquarters of something very big, but like with that last thing I said, I don't even know what I said. I think I said because you deserve it. It was like I see it like it's like a office, and it's a big office, and on the left side there's like a lamp with a beige it's like a beige lamp, and it has like the brown like stand post to it, and in the middle is like I'm seeing like an executive, like where all the executive board members sit, and the desk is brown, and I'm seeing two offices, but this one is brown, and then there's like black leather seats, but the seats are like, I don't want to say the word dingy. It's not dingy, but it could be better for how the scene is. Whoa. How the table and how the whole office is just set up. But the reasons that it's like that is like, for example, I'm seeing Kai Cenat. I watched a stream that he did where he was talking about he kept the same chair that he started off with. He's keeping that. That's the same chair that he's going to use. And people are usually like, oh, why don't you get a new chair? And that's the reason why he says that he's keeping it. It's the same thing for these people. When I say they put in work, and it's for real. I'm talking to y'all right now with my eyes closed because I'm literally seeing what I'm seeing. And it's that. Like, they're upscale, but they're not uppity. Thank you, Lord. They're upscale, but they're not uppity. And they really fucking work, and they really see what he sees and what he sees in you. So it's like, it's not the road that's less taken, but it's like I'm hearing the honor behind it. Like, to do something right, it feels right, and that's why they move right. And with the obstacles and the paths that was taken, because it was a 10 of wands, right? And I think behind it, or was it the 10 of wands in reverse? I think it was the 10 of wands in reverse, if I'm not mistaken. And then it was like connected to the Empress. No, not the Empress. It was another card. I think it's the Queen of Wands, or like the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands, because the Queen of Wands was on top of the Queen of Cups. And then that card that was between the 10 of Wands in reverse, between the 10 of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Cups touching the Queen of Wands. I don't remember what card it was, but that like, it doesn't stem. I'm seeing like a tree and a branch, right? But it's like a healthy branch. So it like connects to that mother port or motherboard. You get me? And then from the other side is the King of Cups. And with the King of Cups, it's like, to go back to me describing back the office. I know it's like a cliffhanger. I didn't even mean to do that intentionally, but I got so like deep in because I still see it. And I was about to start talking about the King of Cups, and it almost like shifted to like his, but and I'm seeing a capital H for his. Now back to what we were talking about with the Hierophant and the King of Wands and the office. When I said because you deserve it, it was like walking into the office, and it was like your heart sinks, but it's with like a weight of relief, because that's literally what I felt. And like I see like hands covering the mouth, and there's no one in there just yet, and it's like the crack of dawn. I'm hearing 7 a.m. So like the sun is like kind of going up at that time, but it's like blue because the whole office is blue, and it's only like really the outside light that's hitting it. It's like blue and like hint of yellow and like some orange at top, but like very light, but it's mostly yellow and blue that you see. And it's so like peaceful, so quiet, because nobody's in the office yet. And I think it's just like one person that's waiting for you and I see his hands, like he's wearing a tuxedo with a blue shirt and like a tie that has like gray, blue, like kind of matching the setting of the background outside. It's kind of like ironic, but it's like striped to the left. Striped to the left going down. And he has his hands tucked behind his back, like, you know, like I'm seeing like the people. It's going so far, but like the sweet life, like the Tiptons. I'm hearing like the Tiptons. It's 11:01 a.m. right when I open my eyes. But then I was talking about the Tiptons from the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. So big significance on like Disney and Nick. I don't know what it is, but what song is that? And then the USPS, the Postal Service man, is literally walking in front of me, and he smiled. So something is coming to you quickly. So back to what I was saying. Yeah, so it was that feeling. So he was like, it's kind of like we've been expecting you, but it's like, it's so much peace to it. And you can feel it, because it's like, that's when the shift completely happens. You walk into it and you already know. You already know what they're going to say, and they already know that you know. So it's like, you don't see everybody like there before time to see you, because they know that they're going to see you. And when they see you, it's going to be like at their normal pace routine. So something in like the corporate office, somebody's getting like a corporate or like something like that. It's like kind of like that, but like back to their, like they're at their daily scheduled program, but it's like you blend right into it, because it's like how it's done. It's like at a timely like it's so, it feel you when you know, because that feeling, where would I get that from? Honestly, where would I get that from? Where would I get that from? You know, and it's just like, but somebody's there waiting for you. They're expecting you. And you know they're expecting you. And usually, and here's a funny thing. My left ear just started itching, and my right eyebrow started to get itchy. The thing about this is let's say if you are someone who is usually tardy to something, you're usually late. This thing, the mentality you have is, why would you want to miss or be late to your new beginnings? Why would you want to step into your new beginnings like this, like in this, you know? So it's like, you're there, punctual, on time. I'm seeing 7 on the dot. 7:03, you're being hugged respectfully. And I'm seeing somebody just cry. I'm like rubbing my left neck right now, like, and it's like, it feels, I can't even explain it, but it's a good whale. And that person who's there is genuinely there. You can feel it. I don't know why I'm getting like AI energy or whatnot. That could be whatever. Like, because of the way in the Sweet Life, how I was also getting it too. It was like when I channeled that, I saw the people in the front that like opened the doors. I forgot their names. It's what the bell, the bellman, is it? What was his name? I forgot about him. The head one. Like that type of energy, but at first you don't get that. You get the reserved version of him. Enrique was his name? Esteban, wasn't it? Esteban? Yeah. But I was just seeing like I think it's like in the intro, it's like, this is the sweet life. Like towards the ending, they think they open the doors or something like that. Like the two men in the front. But that's like his type of, like how his hands were, it was what I saw. But he was wearing what I said, and I'm seeing like somebody with like a blonde, like, I don't know. But he's been expecting you. They've been expecting you. They're expecting you. And when they do, it's going to feel like normal. It's going to feel like this is where you understand why things had to happen the way that they did. I'm looking right now out, and the sky is so beautiful. There's a bird that is just like soaring. You get me? Like it's really nice out. And just a few days ago it was raining and thundering. And then a few days ago before that it was sunny. But it was cold. And then a few days before that it was just sunny. And then a few days before that it was just rain. Like, you get me? Like, this is it. It literally is. With that experience. Now let's talk about the King of Cups, because we didn't even get to that. Matter of fact, we haven't even started to pull. We haven't even finished reading the note on the napkin. This is really like how in-depth it was. So it's like, maybe I should have recorded it, but I mean, I'm talking about it now, right? So it's kind of... Alright, let's talk about the King of Cups now. So the King of Cups, what I got with this one, it was the King of Cups and the Magician, and I forgot what was under it that connected him to the Empress. It was a few things, but this one, I remember though, it was a lot of work and like things that needed to be done on this path. But when I tell you, this man does it. He is the Mr. Manifester in this realm. Woo! I didn't even mean to say that. I meant to say, I don't even know what I was going to say, because I was going to say in this world right after that. But like, he can really do some shit. And now that you're on his path, or you were on his path, I promise you, the focus has not shifted. The shifted is you, but the focus is you. And right now there's a guy who's passing, right? And I think he works at one of these plazas over here, but he's like walking with like his phone like invested. Like, I don't know whether he's looking at something, but it's like, again, I'm just going by what I'm seeing too, and maybe it's of significance. But yeah, like, it was like, it's hurdles, you get me? It's trials, it's tribulations. And I don't remember if there was a card next to him, but I don't think he has the same support as the King of Wands does, because he has the Hierophant. And I don't remember if there was a card that was next to him, but I do remember that there was the Magician card. But I think it was the King of Swords, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was the King of Cups and the King of Swords. I think. I can't really... I don't remember. But I know that it was those two cards for sure. It was the King of Cups and it was the Magician card. And connecting to all that, it was like a lot of things. But it's like he's making it work, and he's putting in the work to get to you, to get through to you, to be with you. So it's like, with that being said, and the energy and the effort being taken and giving, and that is being put forth, God sees that. And that's why he put him alongside the King of Wands, because they both have good intentions. One has an advantage and the other one doesn't, but he works with what he got, and he's going to get what he got to give what he's got to her. And don't get me wrong, in the meantime, and I'm getting emotional, like, it's not, I won't even say that I'm like emotional to the point where I'm like, I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna hurl. It's not like that. It's like you can feel it from the heart, and it's like, it's deeper than the beats. It's deeper than the core, and I don't even know how to explain that, but like, you feel it. 11:10 a.m. right when I'm speaking about it. 93 miles now, and we are 35:56 in, 57 instantly right when I looked at it. But it's like, you can't knock it. 11 a.m. You can't knock his hustle. You can't knock the hustle, because it's like, I mean, he loves you, bro. So that's why it's like, you see it, but you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You get me? Because the more you pour into you and love on you, divine feminine, you make it worth it. You make it worth it. And believe it or not, because I'm going through some shit right now, honestly, truly. And I've been in like a slump these past 2 weeks. I'm not going to hold you. And being in this slump, it made me realize a nigga gonna do what he want, when he wants, how he wants. And for the right one, he will. I promise you he will. They know, like, when this happened, there was no way for me to make any excuses for anything that is being taken place. And for my story, we'll save that for another day, when I'm healed, to talk about it. Because then I'm only going to be talking about, how I feel, and not like break it down really, really. I could, but no. We already got to start this read, and we're nowhere near it. So it's like, what really stuck to me was like, I really knew and understood at this point. And maybe that's what I needed, because I was stuck in Delulu, stuck in Stockholm. You couldn't tell me shit. Me a big woman energy, you feel me? Big Delulu, big Stockholm. So I realized, and it genuinely sunk to me, these niggas know exactly, these men, these boys, these opposite genders be knowing exactly what the fuck they be doing. They know. They're not stupid. They might be hurt. They may be sad. They may feel away. They may have inner rage. They may have all of this, that, and the third as to why they do what they do. But they know what they do is what I'm saying. So to deal and witness with that, all my beautiful single ladies, all my beautiful in a relationship ladies, all my beautiful what the actual fuck is this ladies, take heed. That's all I can say, is take heed. And with that being said, from viewing and being and entertaining that type of energy, imagine you take all that shit back, snatch all your energy right the fuck back, and put it right back into you. You start dating yourself, you start loving yourself, you start pouring into yourself on the days that it's the hardest. I'm talking about days where the most you can accomplish is a shower and to brush your teeth and hopefully get a full meal in. Not no bullshit binging snacks. Or hell, let alone drive to Wendy's for a biggie bag. You feel me? Like, you pour into yourself still. You pour into yourself when you decide to get out of the bed and to make it up. Even after, when you take a shower and brush your teeth, you lay right back into it. It's still progression. Progression to going to get a biggie bag, knowing that they ain't shit. Literally. It's still progression from you not eating anything for a whole day. You get me? You going around people, they telling you, you look so small. Why are you so skinny? You got crackhead skinny. Do you know what I'm dealing with, broski? Oh. But you fight it. You get what I'm saying? You fight it because you know you deserve you more than you. More than anyone else. And you're probably thinking like, yo, whoa, more than you. I thought about that too. I'm not even going to hold you. But then when I thought about it again, and that shit really sat in, I'm like, you got to love yourself more than you still. Like, even on those days, you pull yourself up because you know that you deserve better. So you got to get it, and you got to get yourself up. Yeah, some people are going to have somebody to help pull them out of bed, and most of the times you aren't. And another thing that's been sticking to me is you born alone, you're going to die alone. So these moments like this, you got to experience this alone. Maybe, you have an amazing helpmate, so let me not even knock that at all. But I mean, like, ground to the dirt, low that you're feeling, you got to. Because can't nobody do it for you but you. So that's what I meant by that. And you in that energy makes people want to invest in you. And if it's even the lower vibrational men, women, whatever, AI, fuck, clones, greens, beans, tomatoes, potatoes, the fuck, whatever it may deem to be. Imagine the higher version, because you're in your highest version of self and you're fighting to be the highest version of yourself. Imagine you just shift a whole new dimension doing that, because you knew your self-worth and you add tags to it, and then you got Uncle Sam in it. I'm just kidding. Like, ooh, that might be, because we've been talking about Disney and Nick, so, and then we're talking about the lowercase man, so we might be getting into something. Who knows? Maybe this might be, you might be just might be shifting a whole different tax bracket. And you're just shifting into a whole different, I'm hearing portal, a whole different enlightenment of just like a world that you have never discovered. You're now in it. Now you need to adapt, but you need to be in your best mental what? Your best mental clarity, all of that. You need to have that. You need to be in your best self, because you gotta know, and you cannot let these motherfuckers try to sway you different, because look what's to come. Look what's to come. Look what is coming forth for you. You're gonna sit here and tell me that you don't deserve it, or you're not ready? What? Tighten up, come on. We have no more time. So, with that being said, and now with the King of Pentacles in reverse connected to this Queen of Cups and this Queen of Wands and the Empress, it's like, I forgot, I think it was the Ace of Swords in reverse next to it. So this motherfucker is just a scrub, basically, if you just want to say it. He's a scrub. He has no weight, no value, and preys off of women, is what I'm hearing. It's like, and he juggles between balancing himself and trying to balance others. And that's how you're tied to this person. Or not even tied, because you know what's funny? I think those cards it's like there was two cards that look down. It's the Queen of Cups is looking down like, ugh, like why, like below her feet, right? And then the King of Pentacles in reverse was like, it was like in a way of like trying to like call her to him, But basically, like, saying, like, get off your throne, come, I gotta talk to you, type shit. And she's like, bitch, you're not even, like, are you even attempting? Like, are you even, like, that's all you have to say? Like, you rather just yell that shit out from below than for you to, like, try to, like, take a step towards, like, the palace or towards my fucking throne. The steps are there. Like, I'm literally seeing, like, I don't know why I'm seeing, like, the pyramid, but, like, there's, like, the little, like, the steps. I'm seeing that. And you're on your throne, and you're visible, and you're there. But if you were to take the steps towards it, you would, like, have, before, like, the guards, like, you, but she's still of, like, there. You get me? Like, motherfucker didn't even take no steps. He's just at the bottom of the fucking pit. Literally is what I'm hearing. The bottom of the pit. And it's like, somehow there's, like, some type of connection towards them two. There's a connection between all three. But none of them are physically next to her. So it's like, she's basked in this Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the Empress energy. And then you have the other two up top. But their roads and their pathways what connects to her. You get me? So it's like one that has some sort of, like, I don't want to say higher up, but, like, there's somebody backing, somebody strong and, like, good nature and stature that is backing him. And this other person, you know, potentially doesn't. I'm not, again, sure if the King of Swords was there, so I don't really want to fall on that. But the Magician is like, he has all the tools he needs to be able to get that shit done. It's going to take a little bit more work. I'm not even going to hold you. It took a lot of bit more work. It's going to take a lot of bit more work, but she is worth it. I am worth it. So in that time, like I was saying, I don't know if I really got into details about that, but he's investing into himself. And the more that he's inventing. So he's like, I'm hearing this song, allow me to reintroduce myself. And then it starts over again. And then it's like you love the beginning so hard. Like, the beginning came in so hard that you started over again. So it's like, every time that he learns and gets enlightenment about himself, not only does he utilize it in what he's transmuting, but it's like his cup overflows. He's the King of Cups. So he's able to, like, emotionally, like, regulate what he feels and to, like, throw it into the things that he loves, and that's why he's successful. He might not have somebody as, like, you know, the higher from behind him, but he still has God backing him, because God would not have put him on the same pathway and pedestal as he did with the other person who has somebody of high stature backing him. It's a fair shot, and he took it. Amongst the fucking King of Pentacles in reverse, who's at the bottom of the pit asking for her to cut, like, to get her attention. You get me? No balls. I'm here. No balls. Like, this man don't operate right. He don't move right. It's illogical, and it's very lazy and, like, entitled. And it's like the audacity for you to be entitled, and you're at the bottom of the fucking pit. Your mentality is exactly where you're at. And then on top of that, his web and his spread was on top of each other. Whenever I would, like, shuffle the cards, it would fall literally on top. It was a mess after mess. And how the web was created, the cards fell in specific spaces and places. So that's how it was, like, it connected. With this motherfucker here, his shit was, like, all in one. But the Two of Pentacles is what connected them. It's what connected them. So, and on top of that, how the thing was, like, it was like the two coins, right? And you know how there's one that's higher and there's one that's lower, because it's, again, juggling. The lower part was him, and the higher part was where Miss Lady was at. So it was like, bro, cards don't fucking lie. So that right there, I don't even want to shed more light on him. He doesn't deserve it. So that's what I was getting from that pool. And it was like, when I was saying that, I was feeling like I was talking to the lowercase man. It was like, I guess fine. Since you want to know, like, it was like I was talking to, is it Scar? Who was the evil one in Lion King? It was like him. Literally like him. He'll tell you, like, the thing is, though, like, how he was talking and portraying was like, I'm seeing how, like, you know how Simba was inquisitive and, like, trying to find out things from his uncle. It was like he was, like, so innocent and inquisitive. How I came in was like clear cut, straight to the point, and it was like, it was no sweet shit to talk about, because I'm like, I'm not wasting no time. You in my energy, what do you want? You get what I'm saying? And it's like, he's like, I have some information for you, type shit. But again, he can't, it's gonna be shown. Now, what he's gonna do to try to like deter it, very minimal compared to my father. You feel me? And he always wins. So it's like, that's just to be shown. And how that Scar Jafar, whichever one that his name was, how he was in the spread was like, he had to say the truth. But again, it's how you ask. And it's like, you know how, for example, oh my gosh, it's kind of like it's kind of like giving the energy off of like the auditions. You know, the kids come in like happy and all this stuff with like the purest intentions, like Simba to his uncle, who he doesn't even know is a fucking villain, bro. Like, that type of shit. And it's not until he finds out after, and then he has to fight. But this one is like somebody who's mature, who comes to the game knowing what the fuck it is and isn't. You get me? And even with, there's like I think it's in part 2 of the Quiet on Set, where there's the mom who's talking about her daughter's encounter with one of the people who was on set. And in my head, I was thinking, well, Miss Ma'am, your mother was a legal assistant for things like that, and she told you what it was, hence to you having a little bit of resentment for her towards it. Now you allowing your daughter into that. Again, I'm not knocking anything, I'm just saying in my POV and like in my inquisitive thoughts that was arising, I was just like, you kind of knew what it was too. So it's like, with you having that advantage of knowing that, things could have went a little bit more different for her. So, and then a lot of the kids, again, not knocking this, because everybody's trauma is different. Some of them were touched on. Some of them were this and that on. You had the advantage of, you know, not only speaking sooner, but like alerting some of the other parents as well, and being like, listen, like, you had tangible, like, your bloodline was your mother was your tangible proof. You get me? She probably couldn't say much, but she could say something. And like, you know, like, it was just, I don't know. So it's like, I don't even know what even brought me to that. I might just even clip that shit out if it doesn't make sense. But I just felt led to say that part. How many? We're 49 minutes in and we haven't even pulled. I think I'm gonna do a part 1 and a part 2. So this just might be like the channel. We'll get to like 55 and then we'll stop and we'll for a pull in the next one. But so let me wrap this up. That's kind of like what I'm getting. So it was like the child, like, you know, like in a childlike innocent trying to go like seeking good but getting bad. But it's like in an adult, you know, like, I don't want to say mannerism, but like coming at it in older and more mature and like knowing the what's and what ifs and what's to happen, you're able or possibly able to navigate a lot more clearer and like with an advantage of knowing what's up. But you're also dealing with people who are aware of this and don't care because they want to shine. But you're not going to go into that in that way or manner. You're going in there alert and vigilant. The year, the 8. All of this is possibly and potentially being exposed for a new way, a different way, where it's actually possible to do and to get things done clean and like a leading example is what I'm hearing. But yeah, so why did I even mention that? So that's just like the gist of, because I was explaining how the fuck like his the encounter, like, not even, I don't want to say encounter, but like the energy that I was picking up from when I was pulling, and it was like that, like I was like, why is this? How is he connected to da-da-da? How does that connect? And it's like, you got to say the truth. Again, like even in the industry, you got to say the truth somehow, some way. The truth is there. Now, how you depict it and decipher it, that's ultimately up to you. But they got to show you the truth. They got to show you it. It's like universal law. They have to. And all these fucking interviews and all these shit that they say, they tell you the truth. It's there. It's there, bro. It's there. So we're going to wrap up and get off of that. So going to the napkin, I'm just going to write these down. I'm just going to read them down real quick. So we have from top to bottom again. This was on Thursday, March 16th, 2023. Radio, old radio station at 11:28 p.m. AM significance. And for a kind of understanding of what their old radio station kind of sounds like, if you listen to the song Lightweight by Anderson .Paak, and it's Lite, weight, W-E-I-G-H-T, if I'm not mistaken. The beginning part before he starts singing, there's no reason to be afraid, no time to be like that. Like, before he starts singing that, that's kind of what I'm hearing right now. And then I'm seeing Motel 6, and then it says 3 days. Song, there was a song that I channeled. It's called Parting, Losing Rays, Remix. And then Gregory, Esayan, and Duality. And it says, it's Gregory Esayan. So Gregory Esayan. And then the song is called Duality. Duality. And then I wrote Look at Lyrics. And then I wrote 13 years with a question mark. And then another song that I channeled was London Grammar. And it's called Lord It's a Feeling. And it's the orchestral Amazon original version at 11:38 p.m. And then I wrote the number 12. And then it says 10-minute interval. And I have that underlined. And then it says back-to-back wins. Back-to-back wins. From day to night, I have that written, and it shows like an arrow. I'm going to take a picture, and I'm going to post this. Basketball game last shot 10 minutes before the buzzer at 11:39 p.m. And then it says the number 14. Someone with a southern or British accent, trust them. And it's a heavy period that I had wrote that. Let me go ahead and take a picture now so I don't forget. Alright. Now we're going to go ahead and end this, and we're going to start part 2 where we're going to get to the actual channels.
Okay, let's end at 55 seconds.
Alright, bye guys. Part 2.